You? Is anybody?
There's Molly, folks. That means your friends, the Goldbergs, are here. Brought to you by Does, the new kind of soap for everything in your wash. First, let's drop in on the Dozen family. There's Daisy Dozen, home from attending her first meeting of the Girls' Dramatic Club. She's telling Ma.
I've decided, Ma. I'll be the world's greatest living actress.
That's real nice, Daisy.
I'll devote my life to my art.
Well, could you spare a minute to take this Does over to the Palmers? She's never tried Does.
Okay, Ma. I go on wings of lightning.
Don't run your legs off, Daisy. Just tell her it's that new kind of soap for everything in the wash.
I shall say, here in yon red box is Does, one soap for all your washing. Rag rugs, towels, rayon undies, overalls, everything.
Gracious. All you have to say is Does everything. Why, it's just wonderful even for Pa's dirtiest work shirts.
Oh, work shirts, wherefore art thou work shirts?
Well, wherever they are, dear, Does will clean 'em easy without a bit of hard scrubbing. I never fuss with a bar soap anymore now. Does the job all by itself.
All this and more Does.
Right. Tell Mrs. Palmer Does gets the grimiest towels whites can be. Honestly, she won't see a whiter wash. And don't forget to tell her this same Does is safer for the pretty colors she washes.
Fear not, Mother dear. I'll tell her she can wash the rainbow in Does.
Oh, nonsense, Daisy. Just say colors stay bright longer with Does, yet it can't be beat for getting towels really white.
Ah, Does. Telling of thy wonders shall be the start of my career.
Land sakes. Oh, Does sure does everything.
Well, does everything on wash day, that's sure. In fact, Does is the only leading granulated wash day soap that gives longer life to colors, plus unsurpassed whiteness and real cleaning power for the grimiest clothes. Try Does, D-U-Z. It does everything in the wash. And now, the Goldbergs. No disappointment is greater for a human being than to have a trust broken. And Molly Goldberg has had a whole series of such disappointments. First, there was George. When George confessed that Grace was his wife and not Sammy's, as she'd pretended, confessed that he and Grace had come to swindle Molly and Jake, well, Molly still thought she could trust him for all his weakness. But when, with George's help, she tried to reform the girl, she struck a snag. For Grace ran away with the funds of the Committee on Juvenile Delinquency. Molly persuaded George to follow Grace, but her hopes that he might persuade the girl to return the money are unanswered. Neither of them have been heard from. And now Molly must tell her neighbors the truth. But Birdie, the town gossip, overheard a family discussion, and maybe she's already told everyone in Lastenbury. Listen.
Hello. Hello, operator.
Ma, stop calling. You called everybody in town already, and you know that Birdie's been all over, and you know that she didn't miss up on anybody.
Rosalie, how a person can come into a house and hear what wasn't meant for their ears and then go and repeat from Mrs. Decker. She went to Mrs. Maryfoot, and from Maryfoot she went to
Everybody in town, Ma.
Oh, yeah, everybody.
Where's Uncle David?
Uncle David, he went to the post office to see if there's mail. Maybe from Grace.
Maybe.
Oh, Rosalie.
Ma, who are you going to call now?
I'll call Birdie's house, maybe.
Well, what good will it do now, Ma?
You're right, Mama. You're right, mein Kind. Not at all. No good at all, evidently. Not in the slightest, evidently. Not in the least.
If I had Birdie here now, I don't know what I'd do with her.
Where's Papa, dear?
Upstairs.
Leave your fingers. Don't twiddle your fingers. What is Papa doing upstairs?
He's trying to figure out a way to get some money to pay back all that Grace stole.
Oh, Birdie told everybody in the village.
What do you mean, if, Ma?
I always use the word if. All the hope in the world lays in that little word if.
And all the disappointments, too, Ma.
Oh, I know. If I didn't trust Grace, and if I didn't trust George.
What if?
Nothing.
Where is David?
He went to the post office, Pa.
Molly, if that Birdie Schlissel walks across my threshold ever again, if she ever sits at my table and breaks bread and shakes salt, then you and I...
I'm afraid, Jake, nobody will ever walk across my threshold again, ever again, evermore.
Molly, did I ever say I told you so? Answer me.
No.
under the circumstances, would I have the right to say I told you so? Answer me. Answer me, yes or no.
Yes.
That's all. I'm not saying I told you so. I'm just
Don't
saying...
say it, Jake.
Why not?
Pa, can't you see, Jake, it's not only the money Grace and George took that is gone. Can't you see that, Jake, please?
What then? If it isn't $572, what then?
My whole foundation is crumbled to ashes, Jake. To dust. Everything I believed in.
What did you believe in? The honesty of crooks?
I believed in the magic of kindness, Jake. That's all. To me, all things good could come from just plain kindness.
Have you learned your lesson?
I'm here. Let me. I'm standing.
Take it, Rosie.
Let me. I'm standing if I'm here. Hello? Yes?
Who?
Well,
I'm asking.
all right. So come
Is
home.
it Uncle David?
All right. No mail, huh? 1 minute. I'll see.
What?
Look in the icebox, darling. Look in the bread
All
box.
right.
See what is required. 1 minute, David. Bread, Rosalie.
A half a loaf.
What's a half a loaf?
Better than no loaf.
Yes, David. Bread. White.
Oh, wait, Ma.
Why not rye?
Yeah, all right. 1 minute, I'll see. Hold. Hold. I don't know if I got salt. 1 minute. See, Rosalie.
I think you need butter, Ma.
Butter? Butter, I need points. I need butter, Ma. 1 minute, David. Hold. 1 minute. Take the telephone, Jake. Butter, I need points. What else would you like?
Hello? Hello, David. On your way home, past Birdie's house. David, where am I going to get $572? Where? Mortgage? What have I got to mortgage? Do I ever earn the roof over my head? I'm in a fine kettle of fish. Who'll give it to me, $572? I don't know any angels, David. I don't know any angels.
Jake, please. We'll see. We'll get the 507. Give me the telephone.
All right, David. Here.
Give me. Hello? Hello, David? All right. We can discuss now. A little pot cheese.
Cottage cheese, Ma.
Cottage. Cottage instead of pot. Make it cottage. Wait there. Wait. Sport is barking. Wait. See, Rosalie, quick, who? Hurry up. Well, no. So?
Seymour.
I don't even want him to enter my premises, Molly.
Seymour can't help it if Birdie's his sister, Pa.
All right, David. Whatever you see, buy, and whatever you buy, bring. Goodbye. Oh,
He's
Jake.
coming also to snoop around. 2 peaches from the same tree.
Jake, please, not one syllable to Seymour. If he knows, we'll know.
They could be twins. Just brother and sister.
Hello.
Seymour?
Close the door. There is a draft.
Oh, gee, I'm sorry.
Come in,
Is it-
Seymour.
Is it all right if I come in?
Come in.
Thank you. Lovely fall weather we're having. The winter will soon be here.
Excuse me. Where is your sister, Birdie, Seymour?
Birdie?
Yes, Birdie. Didn't she come here before she made her tour?
What tour?
Nothing, Seymour.
Molly.
Yes. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Surely. Rosie, what happened?
Nothing, Seymour.
I'm not blind, Rosie, and I'm not insensitive. I can tell when there's something wrong.
Well, there's plenty wrong.
Something I did. Rosie, for the love that I bear you, for the unrequited love I bear you, tell me, Rosie.
It's nothing, Seymour.
And why is your face full of pain? Rosie, why? And sorrow.
Your sister Birdie,
What does she do?
she overheard a conversation
What
that,
conversation?
that Grace wasn't Sammy's wife.
Huh? So that's what she said she had to tell
By the
me.
time Birdie makes her rounds, everybody'll know it, so you might as well know it, too.
What am I hearing, Rosie?
Grace was George's wife.
The farmhand that worked for Masha?
Yes,
Can't believe
and
it.
that isn't the worst part of it, Seymour.
Speak to me, Rosie. Rosie, speak. Tell me
They
everything.
got away with $572.
What do you mean?
The money that was collected for the delinquent fund, and now my mother is
Gee,
left with...
don't tell me.
And all that money will have to be returned.
Gee, where's your father going to get all that money? I know what his balance is. It's very far from $572.
Rosalie, what $572? Rosie, what are you divulging?
$572.
Rosie.
Seymour.
What time is it?
Seymour.
Gee, if it's after 3, it'll have to wait until tomorrow.
What'll have to wait?
Please don't turn down my effort to help you.
Your sister was a great help, too.
Mr. Goldbergs, if you could just for one moment separate me from my sister. I was born 10 years after my sister, Birdie. Mr. Goldberg, I'm the child of mature parents.
The telephone, let me.
Mr. Goldberg, don't turn down my effort to help you.
Hello? Yes? Yes, Birdie.
Birdie?
Let me talk to her.
Just a minute, Seymour, please. What did is done.
Please, Mrs. Goldberg, just let me talk to her.
Just a minute, Birdie. Your brother wishes. Here.
Thank you. Hello, Birdie. I have a lot to say to you, but not on the telephone. I don't want to hear it. Just listen to me. Hello? I want you to go to the bank. Yes, bank. And I want you to draw out... How much did you say, Rosie?
$572.
$572. Huh? You heard me, $572. So what? I could live without a balance.
Well, Seymour's gesture misses the main point, even though it does come from his heart. What Molly is afraid of, what Molly is worrying about, is the fact that she concealed from her friends the truth about Grace, even though the reasons were good enough. You know, Molly Goldberg has her own way of doing things, just as we all have. My friend Pa Doesum has, too. He even has an idea on how I should talk about does. In fact, Pa Doesum said...
Listen, son, all you need to say is does everything.
Yes, but Pa, ladies ought to know does is a new kind of soap, and it does their whole wash, from grimy overalls and streaky towels, yes, to pretty colored rayon slips. Why, listen, compared to other leading granulated wash day soaps, Does gives you greater safety for the nice colors you wash, plus unsurpassed whiteness for towels and real cleaning power for the tough pieces.
Does everything covers all that.
Well, you mean I can't say...
Nope.
Well, not even...
Nope.
Okay, Pa. Does everything in the wash. But here's a patriotic reminder. You better let me get in.
Okay.
All right. Friends, all soaps contain vital war materials, so don't waste Does. Always put clothes to soak in clear, cool water before washing. See to it every bit of Does you use does more. Be sure to listen to the next episode of The Goldbergs, written for you by Gertrude Berg. Molly learns a few facts on faith and trust. This is Clayton Collier speaking and reminding you to do as the Dozums do. Let Does, the new kind of soap, do everything in your wash.